So we know that a game of chess can end in a win for you or in a loss for you, right? But a game of chess can also end in a draw where neither side wins. So a draw can happen in many ways. Let me tell you the different ways a draw can happen. One, a draw can happen if there's only two kings left, or if there's only a king and bishop left. When you do not have enough material to checkmate the other person, then it's a draw. For example, if there are two kings left, or bishop and king left, or knight and king left, or two knights and king left, then it's a draw. A draw can also happen if both the players repeat the same position three times. Like if both players repeat the same moves three times, that means there is no progress, and that ends in a draw. A draw can happen if you offer a draw or your opponent offers a draw to you and you accept. So by agreement, a draw can happen, right? And a draw happens mainly by stalemate. In this video, we're going to learn what stalemate is. It sounds similar to checkmate. So it is similar to checkmate. So let me explain how a stalemate can happen in a game of chess. A stalemate means the game ends in a draw. So draw can happen in many ways. One of them is stalemate. So let me show you an example. Let's say king is over here, black king is over there. Your king is over here, okay, and your queen's over here. In this position, can you find a way to checkmate your opponent? We know that checkmate is when you give a check and he can't go anywhere. That's checkmate. So here, can we give a checkmate to the opponent? If you move the queen over here, is it checkmate? You are attacking the king, and the king can't take it because your king is right there. So this is checkmate. How else can you give a checkmate? Is this checkmate? That's also checkmate. The king can't go next to another king, so there is no square for the king. Checkmate. What if you moved your king over here? Is it check to the black king? Are we attacking the king? Is the king in danger? No, this is not a check. The queen is not attacking the king. So there is no check right now. But does black have any squares to move? He can't move anywhere, right? So the king is not in a check, but he has no moves. That is when we say it is a stalemate. And it's a draw. The result is a draw. The game ends right here. If white makes this move, it's a draw. A stalemate can happen in many positions. It's basically when it's not a check for the other person and there is no move for him. Or if your king is not in his check and you don't have any move, it's stalemate for you. So whether you stalemate him or he stalemates you, he or she, the game is a draw because it's a stalemate. So we should not be playing a move like that. We should go and give checkmate to the other person, right? Either by going there or by here or by going down. Whichever way you want, you can try and checkmate the other person. We should not do a stalemate because we're winning. We don't want to make a draw. We want to win the game, right? But if you by mistake play a move like this, then it is stalemate. And it's a draw. So nobody wins. Nobody wins, nobody loses. The game is in a draw. Half, as you can see here. So just to help you understand what stalemate is better, let me show you a few positions. Here you can see the black king is not in check, but he can't move. Bishop is there, rook is here, stalemate. Here, for example, the black king can't move. Here, rook is there. Here, rook is there. Can't move any squares. King is there. So that means it's a stalemate. Okay. If you look at this position, can you basically you have to decide whether it is checkmate, stalemate, or just a regular position where a legal move is possible or not. So here, is it checkmate for the black king? White has just moved the queen here. Or is it stalemate? Or is it neither? This is stalemate. It's not a check, but black cannot move anywhere. So this is a draw by stalemate. What about this position? Is it checkmate, stalemate, or neither? Rook is attacking the king. It's a check. So it cannot be stalemate. Is it checkmate? Can the black king move anywhere? He can't. All the squares are blocked. This is checkmate. What about this position? It's a check. So definitely not stalemate. Is it checkmate? Can he move anywhere? Can't take it. Can't move here. But I can move here. So this is neither checkmate nor stalemate. It's a legal position. The game continues. Right? What about this position? Checkmate, stalemate, or neither? It's a check. So it's not stalemate. And king can move. King can move here or here. So it is neither checkmate nor stalemate. This one, checkmate or stalemate or neither. It is checkmate. Queen's attacking the king and bishop is supporting the queen. So king can't take it. King can't go anywhere, so checkmate. This one, black has just moved the queen here. Is the king in check? No, and he can't move anywhere, right? So this is stalemate, draw. What about this position? Black has just moved the rook here. Is it stalemate? It does stalemate. The king can't move anywhere, but he's not in a check, stalemate. What about this position? This can be a bit tricky. We know that if there's no move for black here, white has just moved. And if he's not in a check, it's stalemate. So this looks like a stalemate, right? But it is not stalemate because black has a move. He has a pawn, right? So he has to push the pawn. He does not have to move the king. There is no check for the king, but is black out of moves? No, black has a pawn. So he is forced to move the pawn. So this is not checkmate. This is not stalemate. The game continues. Stalemate is when the whole side has no moves, not just for the king. If there are other pieces, they can move. So the game continues in this position. So I hope you understood what stalemate is, and we should avoid giving stalemate to our opponent when we are in a winning position.